Go ahead and react, respond to what you've been hearing at this point.
All very good analysis. I think it is very uneven across the country. It's uneven within our own area. Pockets of strength, I think I've heard people talk about. In general, the Missouri side's a little stronger than the Illinois side. The US 40 corridor is strong. Still weakness in some parts of North City, North County. And throughout the whole cycle, we've had less up, less down. So
We weren't hit as hard as some cities. We never seemed to be, at the top or the bottom,
right.
The best or the worst, the fastest or the slowest.
Right.
Would that fit in with this entire both economic and real estate decline and recovery?
Absolutely, right. We're not on the extremes at all.
So a couple of these issues that were brought up, and let's talk about the differing areas. There are certain, we talked about certain cities, let's say Las Vegas,
yes.
that has a long recovery, and
right.
if that happens, and it probably will. Are we dealing with communities that in here, and North County comes to mind because we've talked about that a number of times, older housing stock,
Right.
Declining population, lots of foreclosures. How difficult is the outlook for certain areas that have that sort of density of problems or depth of problems?
I think it is a serious concern, and I think Chris said it. We've evolved. We continue to evolve, and some communities are going to do better than others, and there's no question that there are areas that are not going to get back to where they were.
So what should we be looking for, say in the next 5 or 10 years? What are the indicators that you really keep track of? That some of us are looking at the number of for sale signs,
right.
or what the prices are, what the interest rates are.
Right.
There's got to be a lot more to this than that, right?
Okay, well let me say a little bit about the homeownership rate. My colleague Brian Noeth and I are doing a lot of work on homeownership rates, looking at different groups in the population. So first of all, the overall homeownership rate for 2013, the numbers just came in, just over 65%. That's the 9th consecutive decline after peaking. That followed about 10 years of an increase. And so it could be that we had about 10 years moving up the homeownership rate and about 10 years moving it down, and we're going to maybe end up about where we started, about 64%. It's not clear if we've stopped declining. But underneath that overall number, the homeownership rate among younger families has fallen much more sharply. It's down from 50 to 42% in the families under 40. Down also in the middle-aged range, 40 to 61. It's actually up a little bit for older families. So I think that probably means that we're going to have, since the younger families now have lower homeownership rates than they did, that will persist over time, and so we'll have, as I say, probably a lower homeownership rate than at the peak of a few years ago.